Alright guys, today's video I wanted to go over um, what I did over the last 15 years to accumulate over 150,000 in my retirement account. Um, I did what I did based off the good advice of my bosses and parents. Um, uh, but before I do that, I wanted to go over what the average 401k. A 401k is just a retirement account. So I have a government 401k. It's called the Thrift Savings Plan. If you work for Walmart or uh, uh, different company, Facebook, Amazon, they probably all have 401ks. That's the norm these days. So a 401k is just a retirement account. Um, and 401ks, the only reason why I even contribute to my 401k is because my company gives me 5% match. If they did not, I would not be contributing. That would have to be a different video altogether. But if you want the inside scoop on a 401k, read the book called 401 Chaos. It's a very informative book. But anyway, seeing as to how I get a match with my government 401k, also known as a retirement account, um, I put in 5%. So if I make 100,000 a year, I'm putting 5,000 a year, and they're putting 5,000 a year. And so that's what people deem as free money, which it is. Um, so that's the quick on my end. As far as what the average 401k is based off age groups, I wanted to go over that just to harp on the fact that um, the current situation of most retirees or people that are about to retire is pretty grim. Most people do not have enough to be able to retire, and so that's the biggest reason why I started my website and my YouTube channel, and I'm sharing with everyone what I did and how I did it because um, what you'll see here pretty soon is I have more in my account than even a 50-year old would have. So what's the problem? Luckily, I had some people that were smarter than me, and they taught me what I should do and how I should do it. But there's not, in the grand scheme of things, the average American does not have or was not fortunate like me to have smart people tell them what to do upon them being employed with a whatever company they're working for. So the average 401k or the average retirement account based off age. This I looked up a multiplicity of articles online, but this is on investopedia.com. If you just search average retirement account balance, it'll give you a bunch of different um, results. And I read a lot of them, but this is the one that I just wanted to go. It's pretty quick. So basically, people between 20 and 29 have an average 401k balance of 10,500, and they're contributing about 7% of their income. 30 somethings, so 30 to 39, have about 38,400, and they're contributing about 8% of their income. 40 somethings, 40 to 49, have about 93,400 average balance currently in their 401k, and that's 8%. 50 to 59 have about 160,000, and they're giving about 10%. So this is actually where I stand relative to my uh, my account relative to the age group of 50 to 59. So I'm 35, and a 50 to 59-year-old right now has the average of 160,000. I have just as much, almost as much. Right now in my account, I've shown this before. I have 140,000, not including my loan. So on my loan, I have about 18,000 still to contribute or to pay back, but I'm paying it back. So this money is mine. I'm paying myself back 2.375%. I took a loan from my account, and I'm paying myself back with interest. I'll make a different video on that in the future. So effectively, I have about 150,000 if you round 17,000, 18,000, because it's close to it. I have about 150,000 in my retirement account. And that being said, the average 50-year-old or 59 has 160. And once again, this is the main reason why I created this website and my YouTube channel. For the last 5, 6, maybe even 8 years, I've always wondered why people aren't ready to retire, or when they do retire, they can't because they don't have enough money. And that's the main reason why people weren't able to retire, is because they didn't have someone tell them that they should be giving at a minimum 10% of their income. That's what the general rule of thumb is: 10% of their income each year to their retirement account. Um, so once again, if you make 100,000 a year, that would be you giving 10,000 a year to your retirement account. So um, if you even look at a 70 to 79-year-old person, they have about 171,000. I'm not that far away from having the equivalent of what a average 70-year-old or 79-year-old has. So there's a huge issue in America today with people being able to retire because um, one, they didn't have the persons to tell them what to do and educate them, or two, they didn't have the initiative, or most people find this material pretty dry to research what they should do. Most people um, will wait until they retire to figure out if they have enough to retire. So anyway, this quick video, I'm going to try to make it quick, is just to go over what I did the last 14 years. My website I need to update, but in 10 years, by year 10, I had 114,000 in my account. And the quick and dirty on what I did was um, I was no different than anyone else. I was just a regular government employee, um, and I was contributing the minimum 5%. And um, I did that until years 6, 7, and 8, when I was contributing well over 5%. When I was a GS11 step 4, which that means that's what my payment scale as a government employee. I was making probably about um, oh shoot, I'd say maybe about 60,000 or so, and I was able to contribute 17,500 a year. And I did this by every time I got a raise. So in year 1, I was a GS 3 step 1. I think I was making $11 an hour. And as soon as I got a raise, a step 2, I put that raise towards my TSP. And I did that all the way up till I became a GS9. And when I became a GS9, that was probably about 50,000 a year. I learned to live comfortably at 50,000 a year salary. And what I did thereafter is, as when I got raise from an 11 to a 12, right now I make about 85,000 a year. So between 50,000 a year and 80,000 a year, I put all my money in the TSP. So that's what I effectively say on my website. After learning to live a comfortable life at a GS9 salary, I started to contribute all my future pay raises to the TSP. My boss, Herb, at the time taught me this, and I believe anyone can use this strategy to contribute more than the 5% match. So I contributed at one point like 23%, which equivocated to 17,500 a year. And by incrementally increasing what I was contributing from 5% to a little bit more than 5%, all the way up to 22%, I was able to accumulate $114,647 in 10 years. Right now, I have 100, almost 150,000. Once again, 140 plus the 18,000 that I'm paying myself back. That's my money. I'm just paying myself back. So that's what I did. I just did the company match. If you have a company match at a minimum, I like I said, my website is not to tell you what to do, not even to recommend what to do. I'm telling you what I did, and if you are so willing or wanting to follow what I did, that's up to you. But if you have a company match, it would behoove somebody to, at a minimum, put the 5% because that's free money. And if you want to just put the minimum 5% all the way till you're retiring, that's not a bad deal. I have a scenario that I have on my website in which I assumed that a fictional character named Anne was a federal employee that had a GS9 Step 1 salary of 50,000, and assuming she just contributed 5% for up until her retirement age, so 30 years. I just assumed 30 years she'd retire. She would be able at an interest rate of 7% over those 30 years, about half a million she would be able to have. Now, she'd be retiring at 57 or 60, 510,000. And right now, the equivalent age only has 160,000. So what gives? And I already said what gives. Um, this fictional character, Anne, will have 5 times as much as a regular person American today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share with your family and friends. Um, I will continue to just be an open book with what I do through my retirement or through my job as a government employee. And even if I go somewhere else and get a different job, if I find that I'm contributing to a different 401k, I'll talk about that. But right now, I'm in the thrift savings plan. And if you guys have any questions, like I said, just go onto my website. Um, uh, and then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Um, let me go to that real quick. YouTube, and I'm barely starting my YouTube channel, so I don't have many subscribers. But please like and subscribe. I want to try to help as many people as possible. I think right now I have 3 subscribers, so that's pretty cool. But when you do go onto my video, um, please put in the comments some sort of comment saying whether you like the video, what you didn't like, um, any questions you might have, and I'd be willing to help you in any way I can relative to um, my knowledge. And um, that's it. Appreciate you guys' listenership and viewership, and be safe out there.